School.
No, this public school is where?
In Bhangel.
Where is this place?
Um, UP Geja Road, Bhangel, India.
Of course. Okay, India. No, UP. Where? Which district did you say?
Gautam Buddha Nagar.
Oh, Pankaj, is it somewhere in Lucknow or what?
Yes.
It is Lucknow, right?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay. So, what are your interests?
Sir,
Are
in
you?
maths.
Yeah. What do you want to become when you grow big?
Mm, I am become a businessman
Oh, businessman. Why?
for money.
That's very interesting. No, money you will get in everything. If you become a doctor, if you become engineer, you become science, you get money always. When you work, you get money.
And fame.
Fame you don't get in a businessman. You get, suppose you become a good engineer or a good scientist or a good doctor. So if you want fame, so you have to be very good in something, then you get fame. But money, all you get in everything.
Yes, sir.
So why not take something like this? Suppose you want to become a professor or you want to become a doctor.
Okay, sir.
Which are the subjects you like?
Maths and science.
Oh my God. So then why you want to become a businessman? No, business you can do. See, even a person who does science and does maths also can do business. Of course, business is also some kind of activity, you see. So
Yes,
if
sir.
one enjoys business, he does business. But since you are interested in maths and science, so you can do still better than that. But you have a lot of time. Now you are in class 7. Maybe you could decide when you are in class 11, 12, what you want to become. So, but right now your interest would be to study, to be good in
Yes, sir.
maths and science, because that is required everywhere. Even a businessman needs to do a lot of maths. So do you have any question? Hers?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, what is the question?
Sir, 2 minutes. Wait.
No, so if you are, so maybe then I take up questions from other people and then you can come in.
Okay, sir.
Oh. So Aryan, you have any question? Hello, Aryan. It's very cold in Punjab, isn't it?
Sir, I have a doubt in science.
Oh, okay. So, Aryan, do you think I take up from hers what he wants to ask? हमरा
Sir,
नहीं
what
पी-
sir, what is the role of liver and kidneys in our body?
What is the role of liver and kidney?
In our body.
No, I know that. No, okay. I'm not good at biology, so Pankajji will arrange for you. We have a doctor in the panel, so someday he will answer this question: what is the role of liver and kidney? But one thing is very certain that liver has one function. Liver is the chemical factory in our body. It
Okay, sir.
produces all kinds of chemicals,
Sir, can I
and
say?
Yeah, so let me just complete, then you can say. And kidney is the filtering agency. Blood has to be filtered because there are a lot of toxins are there in the blood which needs to be filtered. So kidney is a filtering, a real filter, and both are so very critical that any damage to them can spoil your body. Now, Earth wants to answer you. What is that, Earth?
Yes, sir. Sir, the liver processes toxin, makes bile for digestion and store nutrients, while kidneys filter blood, remove waste like urea from the liver.
Yeah, very correct. Yeah, that is what I was saying. But then liver has many functions, lot many functions, and it is popularly known as the chemical factory of the body. It produces so many kinds of chemicals, which is required by our body. So now let's go to Aryan. Yes, Aryan, you are asking the question.
Yes, sir. So, sir, I had a question about so when the electron jumps from another organism, so that is called a quantum leap. And I think so. I've heard a video that says that between this quantum leaps, the electron does not exist and it just appears in the upper orbital. So I still did not like get it. How does it cease to exist in that short period of time?
Yeah, Aryan, you have asked a very difficult question, which I also cannot answer. But is this one is not a proven thing. This is a kind of one kind of interpretation. So I
Okay.
really I won't be able to answer you this question. But maybe I would like to look into it. See, in quantum mechanics, what is happening is that since the fundamental of quantum mechanics is still not very well understood, there are many theories going around. Only thing we know that quantum mechanics explains things, ex- predicts things, and the result which we get using quantum mechanics is perfect, very good. But the fundamentals of it is still uh, being discussed, and there are a person like it is probabilities. But
Yes,
quantum mechanics is all about probability functions. But it can't be. There has to be some fundamental thing will be there. Maybe when you grow big and people like you will try to figure it out what it is. I can't
yes,
answer this question. I'm really sorry.
yes, sir. And one more thing, it's
Yes.
about I think so spectrography. So when we uh, look at a spectrograph, it's some rays of light, and uh, there are some lines, some black lines. So I did not understand why we see those black lines.
No, that is black lines is that is absorption spectroscopy. So
Yes,
mm, that is the different tools which are being used how to view those lines. Suppose you are trying to
oh,
figure it out from the sun, different frequencies are being emitted. So you can try to look it in terms of the black lines or in terms of white lines, things like that. So that is those are the instruments, intermediate instruments which are being used.
so
So
sir,
nothing great
so if we
about it.
okay, so sir, if we shine light on that atom, it will absorb that light, and that electron will jump to the higher orbital, and then so is that the reason or cause for the those black lines?
Yes, yes, yes. That is how the black
Okay.
lines happen. And then it
Okay, sir.
emits, and when it goes to the higher level, then it drops down again, emitting a certain frequency, very certain frequency.
Okay, sir. So this certain frequency should be would be different for every atom, right?
Yeah, all atoms can be distinguished by the light that it emits. That is how we
Okay,
figured
sir.
it out, that the sun, they call it Helios in German. So sun, this there is means all these stars, they figure out the light, what frequency it is. That is how they get to know what is
Okay.
the composition of that star and things like that. Because every atom emits a particular frequency. It
Okay,
is,
sir.
this has helped us to understand many things. So
Okay, sir.
it's a beautiful subject, actually. Even C.V. Raman had made a big contribution in the molecular spectroscopy, means how to understand the molecules using these lines.
Yes. So,
When
sir,
molecules, yes,
one more thing is I didn't understand how the atoms in the molecules are bounded because there is the electron cloud which should repel the other atom, but it does not. It is bounding with each other. So I did not understand that.
how the atoms are bonded.
Yes.
Why do atoms bond at all?
Yes.
That is what you are saying. That is what you are saying. Like say
Yes.
oxygen molecules. So there are two oxygen atoms. They get bonded. Now
Yes.
there is okay. It's that what we say is that why two atoms should bond with each other is because, well, the first thing is that all atoms, they try to have the octet structure, means there should be 8 electrons or 2 electrons or 18 electrons. So that is the first explanation that we get. So, like say in case of oxygen, which has got 6 electrons in it, uh, or say for example CH4.
Okay, sir.
So like say
CH.
carbon is there, so it has got 4 electrons. So if it gets
Okay.
4 more electrons, it will become eight electrons. But how can you take it? So what it does is then it shares. So four hydrogen atoms, they come in and they share with carbon. So hydrogen has got 1 electron, and so if and it tries to have 2 electrons. So both the
Okay.
conditions are satisfied. Hydrogen gets what it wants, carbon gets what it wants. Carbon gets 8 electrons because it is sharing 4 electrons of hydrogen. So you get CH4. Methane. Methane is CH4. So similar molecules have same thing because they bond. The tendency is to have 2, 8, 18, 2n square formula.
Okay. So, sir, I think so. I've
This
also
is
heard.
one way of looking at things. The other way of looking at things is that when two atoms come together, somehow they try that the energy gets a minimum, means minimum energy. So that is a minimum energy configuration.
Okay, sir.
But the rule is 2n square. So you can explain most of the molecules using this formula that they try. Somewhere either by, like say they call it covalent bonding, ionic bonding. So covalent means they'll be sharing it. Ionic means, say, in case of sodium chloride, sodium.
I have a
Uh,
doubt, sir. Can I ask you?
Acha, Pankaj ji, just I am taking 2 minutes break. There is a call somewhere,
Okay, okay, sir.
urgent call.
Okay. So, sir will join soon. So, Harsh, can you say something regarding those chapters you completed in school?
So
Little
now
bit.
we have completed the chapter environmental pollution.
Okay, Harsh. So, yes, please say something regarding this.
In environmental pollution, I studied about global warming, air pollution, noise pollution, land pollution, and water pollution.
Can you briefly say, like water pollution, land pollution, air pollution?
Okay, sir. The global warming is the rise of temperature in Earth, rise of temperature on Earth, and land pollution is the waste came from waste, chemical waste, plastic came from home or factories. Water pollution are pollution that are made by factories by pouring dangerous chemical in the water. Then there is air pollution, which is done by cars and bike by uh, like petrol and diesel car and bike. Then there is noise pollution in which if any bike or if any driver honks for a long time, it produces a very loud sound that is noise pollution.
Very nice. Yes, Harsh, can you say something regarding those chapters you just completed in school?
Yes, sir. I have a doubt.
No, no, your doubt will be clear by Malik sir. He will join soon. So now we have few minutes. So regarding, can you say something regarding those science chapter you completed
Yes.
in school? Yes.
Yes, sir. Sir, transportation in human being and animal.
Okay. Please say something regarding this.
Sir, transportation system contain circulatory system called a circulatory system. Circulation is the process by which nutrients, respiratory gases, and waste products are transported through living organism.
Okay, very nice. Yes, Arya. Now, which chapter you completed in science?
Sir, my tests are going on.
Oh no, your test is going on, but in which chapter you last completed means suppose
Sir,
right
the
now December month, yes.
yes.
So
So
till November means last chapter here. Suppose we have 10 chapters or 12 chapters. So right now I completed eighth chapter number or ninth chapter number, seventh chapter number, last chapter in science. Yes.
So, sir, the last chapter in science we read was the chapter heat. So, in this, we discussed about conduction, convection, and radiation, and the absorption and the reflection of light. So, conduction is the process by which heat is transferred to the colder body in solids, and convection takes place in gases and liquids. So radiation does not require a medium. It can travel without any medium. It can travel in solids, gases, liquids, or even in vacuum. So that was it for the chapter.
So Aryan, as per Earth subject they completed regarding environment, right? And
Yes,
type
sir.
of pollution. So can you say something briefly regarding this?
Yes, sir.
As
So,
like pollution, we have a lot of different type of pollution. So how can we reduce this from our society?
so sir, there are many types of pollution. There is land pollution, pollution, water pollution. So, for water pollution, we can install. I think so. There are something called distillation tanks. It I think so. It's practiced in the Middle East. So, in this, where we use the saline water of the oceans to make water drinkable. So, it removes all of the salt and undissolved things from the water. And so, I think so. For distillation, we can heat the water, and we can cool the vapors to get to get the liquid water. Yes, sir.
Very nice. And you have no regarding horse told us regarding those chapter names something transportation. Can you say
Sir,
something, Aryan?
about which thing?
Yes, yes, hers. Yes, hers. Which chapter you completed?
In
Sir,
science,
transportation in human being and animal.
Okay. So yes, Aryan, can you say something regarding this? Because both you are in class seventh, right?
Yes. So, sir, I think so. In this chapter, it would be mostly about the arteries and veins. So, I think so. The arteries carry the oxygen rich blood, and the veins carry carbon dioxide rich blood. And uh, in this chapter, I think so. It's about the transportation of blood to all of the organs and cells of the human body, in which we will also maybe discuss about the heart, the art, the ventricles and the atriums of the heart, and and the transportation of blood from the heart to the lungs for the filter for oxygen, and then back to the heart, and then to the whole body. So I think so that is uh, for the transportation of transportation in human and animals.
Very nice. Yes. Namaste, Amarnath sir.
नमस्ते कंटिन्यू करिए आप लोग.
Yes. Now Malik sir also joined. Yes, sir. Actually, we have few minutes, so I was just discussing regarding those chapters completed in school. Yes, sir. So Earth told us regarding pollution, and hers said that regarding transportation.
Pankaj ji, yes, yesterday I went to my old school where I studied.
Okay,
Uh,
very nice. Yes, sir.
50 years back. So the principal was very kind enough to show me the whole school. We were five or six of us of those years, 50 years back. With my friends, we were there. And I was with a teacher who was teaching us, and he was about 85, 87 years old. So we all went to see what are the students doing now. And I was surprised in my school, they were teaching to class 7, 8 students all about artificial intelligence. It was I mean, very interesting. In fact, in one class, in class 10, I told them that if you have some doubts in science, you can visit. So I gave uh, this link to one of the teachers. I hope she finds students who are interested. But the students were very interested. I gave a small talk, 3-4 minutes, and they were very much interested. I hope someone comes, or may not come also. I don't know.
Yes, yes, very nice, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, let's go ahead now with
Yes, Harsh, what was your question?
Sir, why is circulatory system important in our body?
hmm. अमरनाथ जी आपका क्या कहना है इस बारे में? No, who has asked this question? This
आप
Harsh.
लोग आप लोग बात कीजिए, अभी जरा ब्रेकफास्ट कर
Yes,
रहे हैं
sir.
डंकिन डोनट में, उसके बाद हम ज्वाइन करेंगे.
अच्छा, Harsh has asked this, is it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Harsh,
no,
question is regarding biology. Biology.
yeah, he's
Yes,
going to
sir.
become a doctor and not a businessman.
Right, right, sir.
Yeah. No, circulatory system is, means, you see, we are all made of cells, biological cells, and all cells, they need nutrition, food, everything they need, no? So how to reach them? So that means there is a system in our body. The length is roughly about 40 kilometers in length. Arterial system is there in which the blood flows and reaches to all the cells in our body, gives them food, gives them nutrition. नहीं तो कैसे उनको कैसे मिलेगा? आप खाना खाएंगे, but how the that nutrition will go to the cells? So it has to flow, and that
Yes,
flowing
sir.
is done in those capillary artery in the tube. The tube is running throughout our body. I remember its length is something more than 40 kilometers. So artery, the blood goes, it gives to and comes back again to the heart, and again, and then again it goes back. So that is why we need. Without circulatory system, our body will not work. If even for 2 seconds, if the blood flow to our brain stops, the brain will collapse. That is what happens. No, people who get stroke, and sometimes because of blockage, the blood doesn't go. The brain just collapses, dies. Few
Yes,
seconds, I
sir.
did two few seconds. So, so it is so important. Anywhere, if the blood doesn't go, I mean, those cells, they die. It's a very nice system which our body has. So, Harsh, in your school, they teach you science. What other subjects they teach you?
Maths, Hindi, uh,
You see, your friend Aryan is there. He is
SST.
also in class 7, isn't it, Aryan?
No, sir.
No,
Yes, sir, I'm
Aryan,
in seventh.
you're in 6th.
No, sir, I'm in seventh.
No, you're in 7th. So even Harsh is in 7th.
Yes, sir.
I, uh, so So what are the no? We are actually interested that yeah. Apart from the many questions which you get by reading newspaper and TV, you get many questions in your mind. You must have
Sir, one more
questions
question.
about it, questions about your surrounding, which puzzles you. That ऐसा क्यों है? You see, the first thing in the knowledge is that you have to learn to ask questions. Why it happens to yourself? You should ask. Why? Let us say this question: why the blood flows? So you must try to think over. The whatever you read, unless you don't ask questions about it, no, that knowledge will not become permanent in your head. Most of the knowledge which say we read book, only those knowledge will remain forever in our mind, in which you have asked questions. You have tried to penetrate deeper. Means you try to why it happens, how it happens. That knowledge will remain with you forever, all until you die. It will be a friend of yours. और जो वैसे ही पढ़ लेते हो परीक्षा में दे देते हो बिना क्वेश्चन किए ही वो you will forget in 1 year and 2 years. It won't be of use to you in any way. So you must keep
Sir,
on
from
asking questions. Yes.
Sir, from surrounding, I have a question.
Sure,
Can I
please.
ask
I
you?
mean, yeah, but first, have you given thought to it? Before asking the question, you must give thought to it. Then it becomes, good for you. And even then, after giving lot of thought, you are not able to answer. Then you must try to consult books, consult people, come to this platform which Pankaj is has arranged for you for your benefit. But anyway, ask the question which you have in mind.
Sir, what did when is Earth stops rotate?
So what is your first answer? Guess answer to this question. Suppose Earth doesn't rotate, then what will happen?
Sir, I think all people are dead
Why? Why will
because
people? Because
in atmosphere oxygen in atmosphere did not contain oxygen
so why it will not contain oxygen?
because Earth stop.
No, no, oxygen doesn't come from rotation. Why does the oxygen come from rotation?
No, from
Then
plant.
from Aryan, what is your answer to this question? Suppose the Earth stops rotating, then what will happen?
Sir, there will be very strong winds. Sir, because if it stops rotating, we are also rotating with it, so we will be also flung out. Sir, am I correct?
No, no, but how have you come to such a conclusion? I want to know that.
Sir, because we are also in motion with the Earth, so if it stops rotating suddenly, uh,
Mhm.
the force uh, uh, will throw us out. Yes, sir, that's my guess.
Sir,
No,
I think there is only
okay.
day or
No, no. Let me just put this question in a different way. Let us say that we have a rotating Earth, but suppose the Earth was never rotating. It was a non-rotational thing. Then what would have happened on the Earth? Suppose it
Sir,
is
so
revolving around the sun, but it is not rotating.
okay, so sir, it's not rotating on its axis, right?
I will later on ask you the question that why does Earth rotate at all? But before that, you answer me this question that suppose Earth was static, no, not non-rotational, but moving
Okay.
around the sun, then what will happen?
So, sir, so one face of the Earth will face
Yes.
the sun, and the other will not face the sun, and the side that will be facing the sun will be very hot, and the other side would be very cold. And I think so. In the middle, there would be very good temperatures.
Yeah, one side will be, yes, one side will be getting light all the time, the other
Yes, sir.
side will not. So day and night, the phenomena which we are having, that will not happen.
Yes, sir.
That is the first thing. Harsh, do you agree with this question, this answer? Welcome to Sharad ji.
हाँ जी वेलकम वेल नमस्कार जी
Namaste, sir.
नमस्ते
Our children, they are asking that what happens if the Earth stops rotating. Actually, so we are trying to answer this question.
ओके
So,
ओके
so Harsh, are you satisfied with this answer?
yes, sir.
Yeah, but suppose Aryan, I ask you this question that why does Earth rotate at all? Why does it rotate? Then what is your answer to this? Any idea? I can give you a hint. When the Earth, all the planetary bodies, when they are formed, there is a law in physics which says that the angular momentum has to be conserved. Now, all these planets have been formed by, small rocks, and they have come together to form the planet. So, in order to have the angular momentum conserved, the system has to rotate. This is a hint I'm giving you. Maybe you can answer me next time. Very interesting question. Why do planets rotate at all? And they rotate in different ways, depending on the history of the planet. Bharatji, yeah, it's nice to hear from you something for our children.
Yes, yes. It's the whole solar system is connected at equilibrium with each other. The whole universe would seem so big, but it is not so big. Everything is connected with each other. There are Milky Ways, there are nebulas, there are black holes. Everything is there for reason, and there is a magnetic connection and symmetrical equilibrium between each of them. So, so the thing is that if the speed at which Earth rotates, everything is interconnected with Mars, Saturn, all the other planets, and even I would say the whole universe runs on a time management factor at microsecond and millisecond and on the formula of light waves. So considering that factor, if there is even a second of delay, microsecond of delay in any parameter, that's how you see a tsunami coming or a storm coming. And there are various tests which are being done underground nowadays, either by the defense or to get the natural resources. Those also surely affects the our total the system, and because of which also now we see that for a long time we are doing that. So because of that also we see so many climatic changes happening, and because of which the human beings and the living beings are getting affected. So yes.
Yeah, those are very nice, good. This thing you have given,
Yeah.
but the rotation simply is getting explained just by because it has been all the planets they got formed from the asteroids, meteors coming together, and joining. And when it's a moving object, they come and they join with each other. It is not only the linear momentum, but also the angular momentum has to be conserved. To conserve the angular momentum, the system has to rotate. So that is how the different planets, depending on their history, how they were formed, have different periods of rotations, different angles of rotation, different tilts, and all that. Even the wobbling of the Earth, which takes place, is because of that. वो ओबल करता है, वो जो लट्टू जो होता है, टॉप जो होता है, when at the end stage, it starts wobbling. The Earth also starts wobbling. He's wobbling all the time. Is what explains, some of the people who have given, when did Mahabharata take place or when did Ramayana takes place, because there are small descriptions of astronomical bodies are there in those books, which gives us a hint because of the wobbling which takes place one single rotation in 26,000 years. So, and therefore the constellations that we see changes, and they periodically they come again after 26,000 years. So if some description is there, you know that it happened how many years back. But there are few errors which creep in. That is how I see some people predicting 10,000 years, some people Ramayana to have taken place. Some say 7,000 years, some say 14,000 years, because the description of the constellation is not very accurate in the all these sacred books. But something is there. So different people have different theories about it. When did Ramayana and Mahabharata take place? It is explained by this wobbling of the earth. I think.
So the thing is that if the whichever students are asking questions over here, either Aryan or Earth or whatever, uh, it's good that you are knowing about the whole world, but at the same time, you need to see that towards you all are very young, but towards which area of expertise you are having interest towards, either being a doctor or the kind of questions you are asking. Like one of my friends in Scotland, there is a place called Aberdeen. That person is a geophysicist. So a geophysicist studies the Earth's physical properties, processes, and evolution using physics, maths, and geology. They also learn about the volcanoes, plate tectonics, all that thing. So it's good to know about science and all the different areas, either the human body or the earth. But at the same time, learning all those things, the main factor would be that towards slowly towards which area of expertise you want to go towards, either science or human body or finance or law. So that will come with time, but time passes by very fast. So that is one more thing.
Very true. Very true. I think our children, they must try to focus. That is very true, actually.
But it's good to know about all areas, because what happens, see, I did science, then I did commerce, then I did human resource management, then I also got military training, all that stuff. But I did human resource management and systems management also. Now you see, I give talks everywhere. I give talks on chemical engineering. I give talks on astrophysics. I give talk on law. Recently, I gave talk on retail management. Every year, I organize doctor conferences. So I certify doctors. In next February, I will be having a conference for around 200 pediatric consultants. Pediatric doctors are the one who looks after children. I am not a doctor, but I certify doctors. I hold conferences for doctors. Then next year there will be a conference on cyber security, then autism. So if you have knowledge about everything, and if you have the habit of a leader talks in all areas, so you see the managing director or chairman of any company is a person who can deal with people and bring business to the organization. So, and even a politician, like I'm a politician. So you need to know about all areas so that you can deal with the nation. But at the same time, you need to focus on one area in which you are the actual expert. So that is very important.
Yeah, very correct, I think. So I have one question for our young people. The Earth rotates from west to east, but there is one planet which rotates in reverse direction. Can you name that planet?
I think so, Venus.
Which one?
I think so, Venus.
Sorry, I'm not getting. Which planet did you say?
Sir, Venus.
I, I also don't remember, but I'll make it sure. Are you sure about it?
Yes, sir.
So there the sun rises in the west and not in the east, is it?
Uh, Sir, there is a lot of noise coming. No, sir.
I asked this question just to make the point to you that what has the different planets have different speeds of rotations, different ways of rotating, different axial tilts. And that's how the conditions on the different planets are very different from each other. We are so
Yes.
lucky to have very right conditions. Like Sharadji was telling, you see, our Earth, we have got such right conditions we have got that makes us sometimes feel that there is some God behind us to do these things. But then, as we understand more and more of science, we try to explain most of the things. And almost most of the things are getting explained now, but still there are many, many things. Even in geophysics, even in astronomy, astrophysics, it's still not understood. Now, who else wants to ask the question? Only Aryan is. Oh, it's already 9 o'clock.
Yes.
There is some sound coming, Pankaj ji. I don't know from where.
Oh, Amarnath ji house. Some TV, something is happening. So
I'm enjoying
अमरनाथ जी आपका
conversation.
आपका टीवी ऑन है. अमरनाथ जी आपका टीवी ऑन है.
Actually,
No,
I'm
no.
not at TV. I'm at the. Sorry. I am at Dunkin' Donuts, so that's the noise. But I'll mute.
Oh, no, no. It's no, no. Don't mute. Actually, we want to hear from you. Sharad ji, for the benefit of the children, you can tell few of the new developments happening in UK, since you are very much associated with there.
yes, UK is trying to, like before, become independent again by trying to have business collaborations, trying to get people employment by opening industries over here, by collaborating with different parts of the world. Because after Brexit, when the free entry of Europeans in UK got stopped, then then there is no harm in it. But the thing is that they have to economically strengthen themselves because many companies have gone and are going. So the main impetus is on strengthening their economy, because it's as the UK is as big as Karnataka, one state of India. So in the beginning, they had too many immigrants over here. Too many people came inside, and many people were illiterate. So they are fastening the kind of people who are coming here, and also they are sending back people who are not needed, and many people are themselves going back. So also those who have British passports. So considering that parameter, that is the demographics of the overall picture. But in UK, the good thing is that law and order is very good, and all the areas of managing the country is statutory requirements. Everything is quite. People themselves are quite responsible. So corruption is not there as much as the other countries. So things are being looked into, and the government has also changed. For a long time, the conservative government was there. Now the Labour government is there. Many more parties have come up, which want primarily white population, or they are totally against immigrants or immigrancy. So changes are happening on various fronts. So that is the situation over here. It's difficult to get job, it's difficult to remain in job, it's difficult to manage business. But then being optimistic, people use different ways. Now is that in previously I knew my father worked in Tata Steel. So after 37 years he got a watch. Still he's 87-year-old, still he looks at that watch and he's happy that I worked for 40 years. But nowadays people like us who are businessmen, every day, every 1 month, 2 months, in fact every day I look at the world and see that how can I change. So you have to continuously change, re-engineer and revitalize your thoughts to go ahead. It's not like before. So nowadays every 1 month, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, things are changing. And with the influx of artificial intelligence, uh, the there are invisible entities uh, of the virtual world who are taking away the jobs of like human beings. So many people are getting redundant, they are losing their jobs. Recently only one IT company HR head, my friend, told that he saw me the message that देखिए शरद जी, मेरे को कंपनी ने कहा 2500 एम्प्लॉइज को किसी तरह निकालो, कैसे निकालोगे वो तुम्हारा प्रॉब्लम है. Similarly, one more very big IT company is taking out 80,000 employees. But then AI data center is coming up in Pune by one company. Another TCS very big data center is coming in Panvel. One data center is already there, very big AI data center. So if so many artificial intelligence related data centers and all that come, then human beings will surely lose jobs. They have to be ready for any kind of job. So changes are happening on the scientific front.
No, Sharadji, but I have one question. Once upon a time, UK was at the peak of the scientific research and all that, but now it is no more. So, what is the reason behind it, actually?
The reason behind it is that, like in Calcutta, you see most of the companies have gone because the trade union became so strong, and people want to take, rest in the afternoon. They want to, if you give the 5 crore rupees also to that person, they will type, no, lunch pore, ami ekটু ঘুমাবো, I will take rest and then only I will work at 5 o'clock in the evening. Now, similarly, the culture has been over here. In UK, like there is 8 hours work. So if 5 o'clock is company gets closed, by 4 o'clock people will start growing. And on Friday, Monday to Thursday, people work. Friday, as it is, people are very lazy that the weekend is coming. No one works on Monday, Saturday. You have to give 2 weeks, 2 days holiday. In India, still people have to work on Saturday also. So, but with the influx, and UK is not what it was 200 years ago. From 200, 300 years ago, migrants like Punjabi, Gujarati, and various people migrated over here. Now, the fourth, fifth, or third generation have married amongst migrants also. So now places like India, Mauritius, Middle East, or our neighboring countries of India like Sri Lanka, Pakistan, all of them are all over the world, and they have in fact developed more than here, because by the time they were taking rest after ruling over the Commonwealth countries, by that time the other countries studied, worked hard, came here, their children studied, so they have developed in fact now more than here, except for the law and order. Because managing the country like India with 28 states and 8 union territories with so many cultures and languages is not easy. And UK, as I told, is as big as Karnataka, one state of India. So over here, those countries have developed. So considering that factor, those countries are competing with UK. They have similar company, they have similar defense, everything. So it's not easy for them to compete when they have to go at 4 o'clock. Monday to Friday they work. There are too many statutory requirements, law and order, and everything. And now the many immigrants who have come, many communities who have come, many cities over here have totally become different from what it was white. Now many people, Europeans are going to New Zealand, France, Middle East, different countries, because they don't feel that they are part of the country which it was their own. So many things are happening over here, because of which things are changing totally.
Some people actually they suggest that in UK, because of the financial this thing, no, it was going down south. So there was a huge cuts in the scientific research, and that has led to UK going down in scientific research.
Yeah, because research doesn't bring any money. So what research they did, that is also being done or was done by we people like us only. Most of the scientists and people who take science, maths, or whatever came from outside countries. They were expatriates,
Oh, is it?
and they themselves actually uh, love music, dance, and some people study science also. But if you go to big most universities also, you will see then 50% of the people will be Asians, or maybe someone who is from Israel or something like that. So the thing is that still, for example, doctors, they train these people in the best of the universities, then those students go back to their own country, because they don't get a job over here because they don't have a British passport. So they are losing well trained people. And moreover, with the condition of the the way immigrants are being treated or whatever. Many of the people who have British or American passport also, they are not going back to India to settle down. They have earned enough money, or they are investing in business over here, or they are becoming lecturer, professors now, because they feel, number one, they feel themselves more safe, and moreover, like they also like tell me, like one of my friends is right now going to Mumbai. They tell that I want to live a relaxed life. I can get all kinds of people to work for me over there, and over here you have to work yourself, whether you're 80, 87, or we can't keep people in the house. Some people keep, but that is only 0.00005%. Even at 80, 90, 95-year-old people work for themselves, or they go to care homes. That's why many Indians and all those are now going back.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
even the percentage wise, the money spent in India is hardly 2 or 3% on research, whereas even a country like USA spends about 7 to 8% on research. But UK, I think, if I remember correctly, the funding is not that good.
Well, they got previously they had ruled all over all the countries, and they had that money. Now that is getting over because they relaxed for such a long time, and the kind of professionals they got, those if say one professional like Chaturanan Mallik ji came, along with him he brought the whole village, like the Punjabis and Gujaratis or Sindhis who came in the beginning. They brought the whole village, which were not professionals, and many were illiterate. So the thing is that the people who will do research, they have to wait for another generation, that researcher to get born, because the people who came from outside researched over here, they went back and then helped their own country, because of which now the third world countries have developed, and they have their own industries, and which is much more cheaper, and from there they are getting the products. If you only have a business and you want to get a semiconductor, or you want to get a chip, or say you want to get a simple syringe, if you are getting something at uh, less than 1/10 or 1/3 of a price from a third world country, you will get from there instead of here. So all those problems are there.
Mhm. Yeah, we hope that the countries spend more money on research. India is certainly not doing. This would increase the amount of funding in India also. China is doing quite good in this sense.
Yeah, China has been working hard from the very beginning. Like many of the minerals, which is very difficult to take out from the earth, like
Mm.
all America and all the developed countries left it because, say, out of 100%, only 1% by doing research and by exploration you get that mineral. But what China did, that it started concentrating to get that mineral, and investing in getting that mineral. Now America or whatever, every country has to get that mineral from China only. So it started working very hard, and the thing is that, so now one can't do, the prices are such that one can't do anything. They have to get it from there.
Mm.
Very
Patriotic
good
feeling is,
discussion. Very good discussion. I just want to add something on the research thing. There is no rule or system which could be valid for a very, very long time. You have to keep adjusting it. So I think that is what is needed. What happened is that when Britain was on the top, the research which they were doing, it was open to all countries, all communities to make use of it. But right now, it is not that research is not happening. It is happening now in America, at least I can say that research is happening, but research is happening in the corporate America for their products. It's not open to the world. it's not open to the world because Chinese will copy everything and they would not spend even a single dime and still get the research. So intellectual property protection is what is right now one of the important thing, at least in this country, I see that every company they do the research, they will keep it to themselves, or they will file patent, they will do the all that, and then either you license it or many times they will not even patent it for a very long time. That is called trade secrets. So that is how the research is like. Look at the artificial intelligence right now in this country. There is a huge research going on in all the top seven, eight companies like Google, Microsoft, Meta, Amazon, Apple. They all are focused on it, but everybody is doing their own in their own lab. Okay, so that is our thing. Let's see in American model. What is the Chinese model? Chinese model is right now doing wonders because they have what they have planned is they have a planned economy. They have planned things in advance for a long time, and then they try to make sure that things are happening and plans are executed properly. For example, I can tell you example of a semiconductor industry. In 80s, there was no semiconductor industry in China. Like only the American companies used to go, just like they are going right now in India. That's it. But Chinese Chinese government realized the importance of chip making because Chinese chip is just like a grain for us. Like we cannot live without rice or wheat, so we have to have this staple. Similarly, for the modern science, computer chips are very essential. Cell you can call it in the biological sense, or paramanu you can call it. We cannot survive without chips, and so they realized it and they planned it. So initially, they forced companies to come and start the manufacturing of chips in China to sell it there, and then gradually they encouraged in the university research and in company research to start copying everything. And so what it means that in the materials area, there was a lot of companies came forward and they started producing the materials which could be used in the semiconductor. Similarly, there were a lot of companies were formed who could make the machines. And so with that, what happened is now China is making like the three semiconductor companies we have top in America is Applied Material, Lam Research, these two, and KLA Code. So now all the initially Chinese bought the machines from them. And then they are very good at making the copy, and now they have started making their own machines. They don't buy it anymore from them. I mean, they buy some, but not. They have developed their own machines. Similarly, lithography is another area where Holland company was ASM. ASM had a control on lithography all over the world, and gradually, initially they bought from them. They learned, they did all this research, and now they are even in self-sufficient. So basically now Chinese have become almost equal in semiconductor manufacturing just in 30-40 years. And now they don't even import anything from America, general companies, they just have their own. And I'm afraid that very soon they will be exporting the machines for semiconductor manufacturing to other countries. So this tells you the stories that research is happening, but research is geared differently in different countries. And I don't know where India stands in this race right now. I don't think we are anywhere now. I mean, the three powers in the world we have is USA, China, and of course, military-wise, third power is Russia. So India is nowhere to be seen. That's my 2 cents on research.
No, in India also, no, I'm talking just of the research funding, no. So the funding is there, but since the budget is small, so the percentage, even 3-4% is not good enough. So it has to increase. Uh, Even in
You see,
USA, in 90s, the USA was trying to make an accelerator after making in Texas. After making one fourth of it, they stopped the project. That accelerator was supposed to find out the God's particle. And after making one fourth of it, after making one fourth, the president of USA stopped it, saying that what is the use of knowing what is God's particle? Let us spend money on the health. So that was stopped,
yeah,
and then Europe took it over, and they found the God's particle.
yeah. So you are right. So that's what I'm saying. That it is a capitalist economy. American economy is capitalist economy. They are not interested in doing pure research. They want application of all the research and how to make money, monetize it. If that is not there, there should be a military enhancement. Then, of course, that they will be doing the research for that. And if for example, they were spending a lot of money in the Cold War in research and development for military hardware, and once they saw that they are way ahead of uh, Russia, then said that what is the point? Let's just wait and now divert the energy into some other areas. So that is the capitalist economy mindset. I mean, I can give you recent example that you see so much noise about electric car, Tesla, and all that. And America initially was thinking a lot on that, but later on they changed. They said that we have plenty of oil in this country right now to go for many, many years. And we also have so many industrial companies, car companies who have technology in that. If we change to electrical vehicle, this all will be dead. And that is not going to help us. That is going to help a lot to Chinese who are already had an electrical vehicle. And we have to import like things, material you talked about, Saraji talked about from China, which we don't have. So suddenly the shift changes, and now the focus is on the hybrid car. More of a hybrid car at the best, but not electrical car. So government all the incentive which initially it started giving, they withdrew it back, and that's why Tesla become very mad because the government was giving a lot of it, $7,000-8,000 per car to Tesla for electrical vehicle. They don't get it anymore. So because
Yeah.
they want to keep the hybrid technology, not the pure things.
Not
And
only the
Amarnathji, sometime back, UK was at the top in doing fundamental research, means
Yes,
fundamental research. So, but now it's no more there. It's not at all there.
because
So
its
that is a
economy is
decline.
also very difficult,
Yes.
means unless and until they again do the same thing which they did before independence. But yes, as the Asian people are not unified, there is no unity. Once that but they have unity, like the Christians or Muslims, other community, they are unified. But uh, but at the same time, leaving out the about the technical factor, for example, in totally different subject, if you look at uh, Delhi, every time during Diwali or when the harvest is there, there is a problem of parali burning. But somehow, and the farmers don't have enough money to get rid of the straw, the rice straw and all that. So the government only has to do something, or the panchayats has to do something to collect all the straws in whatever way possible and make biodegradable utensils. Nowadays, textiles, eco textiles can also be developed with parali, so that at least all that can be turned over into making dresses, bags, utensils, and then instead of creating so much pollution, so on, because ours is still predominantly 60% agricultural country. Because of, if that is managed, then at least we won't have so much pollution.
true. I mean,
Yeah.
if you look at the exchange rate of rupees versus dollar, now it has crossed $90. And I was looking at the exchange rate chart for last, say, 15 to almost like 20, 30 years, Congress time versus the Modi time. And I was surprised to see that during Modi time, the economy is stagnant. It has not really, all the hallagula do. Most of us are supporter of BJP. That's another thing. But basically, economically, if you look at it, we are just in the mud. We are not going anywhere. We are at the same place, and that is the problem, because when you have economy like that, you cannot focus on developing new things. And I mean, like you said, I mean, this is parallel thing is this can be used for so many things material, but we don't have any government or private initiative to research it and solve the problem. That is the difference between India and China
No,
and United
no.
States.
Amarnathji, no, the research was done and people already know that it can be done. In fact, credit goes to Arvind Kejriwal. He in fact funded also. Let the farmers use the new techniques, means how to convert the straw into something organic and do something about it. And it was being done. It was being done in many villages. It was done. But it didn't do in a big scale. A small scale, it doesn't. It should have been done
Yeah,
in a big scale.
yeah. I mean, look at the Modi government time. I have become now critical. I was very pro, but now I'm critical because now I see that. I mean, if you look at the last 15 years, we have a stable central government, right? They have full power, and almost only few states are now not BJP. This is the time you can do a lot of economic activities, which previous governments couldn't do it. But
But
we have not done anything. There is not a, I mean, if you look at the fundamental things, law and order, legal improvement is required in India. I'm sure you all know that you and I have the court cases for going for the second and third generation. What is this? How is it going to be profitable if गांव के जमीन को सॉल्व करने के लिए झगड़ा को 3 जनरेशन अगर लग जाएगा तो 9 के लकड़ी 90 खर्च. That is what we are doing right now. So legally things are not working. American courts things get settled fast, then you know that there is justice. But in India, there is no justice delivered, right? There is no law and order. If you if you have a money, if you want to say invest in somewhere, let's say for example, you want to invest in the housing industry, you can do that one, build an apartment complex there. But then there will be so many rules. You have you have to you cannot have a lease for more than like 10, 11 months, otherwise somebody will capture it. Still somebody will capture it, and now you go to the court for 100 years fight to evacuate those guys. So that is the problem India is facing. Other countries have rules and regulation. We are like without any rules, and
one more
it is
important thing is
impacting.
one more
Yeah.
important thing is that see, as I told, India is so big, similar to other big countries like China and all that. But whatever development is happening needs to happen, and we have to consider each and every state, either it may be Sikkim or Pondicherry or Goa or Manipur or Andaman and Nicobar Islands, absolutely similar to Gujarat or Rajasthan or Haryana or Punjab. But most of the developments are happening, still happening in Gujarat, Haryana, Punjab, although developments are happening. So like we have the Tata house in Mumbai. Now Tata has various companies, Tata Trends, Tata Steel, Telco. So at the end of the day, Tata house requires a report that which company is doing how well, like whatever other companies are there in Tata. Similarly, the Reliance Petrochemical, Reliance this thing. Similarly, the top core committee, which is looking after each and every ministry, has to see that proper attention, like we have SC, ST, OBC, or whatever. Similarly, we have to give more attention to the states which have been downtrodden, because Manipur, Tripura, Andaman and Nicobar Islands, All these are a part of India. So there has to be more industrialization, more employment over there. Rajasthan, Gujarat, and other countries are, states are already quite developed. Similar to Bengal, Bihar, many parts of UP. So that sort of factor has to be looked at by the top ministers and see to it, get the report that what is happening when and how it is happening.
Okay. Yeah, you are right. 100% right. And I would recommend you guys to read. There is Dr. Gautam Desi Raju. He is a retired professor of Indian Institute of Science. He has written a book and he is suggesting that India should be divided into more than 70, 80 states, like city states. And he also says that, say, for example, right now, or like you said, the Tata, and then also make it India into like zones, like north, east, west, 7, 8, 10 zones, and then require the companies to like not concentrate only one area in Bombay or Bangalore. If you are in Bangalore, if your first plant is in the Bangalore, say for example, research and development is in Bangalore, then you should have manufacturing in the other zones like that. Like you are saying, the economic inequality, because he's saying that if economic inequality keeps growing like it is, it will be a problem for India, and there will be demand from the western states to separate from the rest of the India. So like that, divisive forces will, and then we have enemy like United States and enemy like China who will cash on that. So he's suggesting that India must be divided into 70, 80 states at least, smaller city states, and then um, there should be kind of what you call locks for how we can, you cannot grow only in one area. Just like if you have, there should be certain critical thing you can start in any area, but when expansion comes, it has to be diversified. So I would recommend you guys to read that book. I think now kids have left. I have one suggestion for you guys. I think we do this 8 to 9 for kids class every Saturday. What I'm thinking, I think I should start in Hindi now. कि सैटरडे को 9 से 10 फिर हुतिया चौपाल एक शुरू करते हैं. उसमें